scale of 1 to 10, how lucky was LeBron that the Lakers were able to win
Be
this one?
honest.
Well, there are 10. There are 10.
You're going to 10 lucky? Good.
No, not LeBron, the Lakers, because they had this game under control, Skip. They were up by 16 points.
I'd say.
And they were having a way. Russ looked really, really good.
He did for a while.
AD was playing really, really well. Lonnie Walker played well throughout the entirety of the night. I liked the way Troy Brown gave him some valuable points. Gave him, 4 and 7 from the field goal, 6 and 6 from the free throw line, 1 and 3. They were in control of this ball game. And then the third quarter, again, has kind of been their bugaboo. Filtering in from last year, and they kind of seeped this way into this year. Got outscored, 35-26. And then in the third quarter, they kind of got away from, fourth quarter, they got away from them again. But you look at, with a minute and 30 to go before Ryan shot, they call him Matt Chip Ice.
Is that what they
call him Chip Ice?
I didn't know that.
Because we got too many Matty Ice. You got Matty Ice Stafford and Matty Ice
think
Ryan.
You reach for that one.
LeBron missed a 28-foot three-point shot. And with 41 seconds left, Pat Bev missed a 4-foot driving layup. And with 42 seconds left, Anthony Davis missed a tip. And with 11 seconds, LeBron missed a 9-foot turnaround. And with 2.8, Lonnie Walker missed a 23-foot three-point shot. And so you're right. Once they got that rebound, I said, if dude hit just one of these. And I was like, he missed the first one. I said, man, can you imagine the pressure he under right now? The game is in his hand. Skip, the old saying, the bird is in your hand. The ball is in your hand, Daniels.
It's a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. He bushed both of them.
No,
right?
Start sweating. Call for a towel. I thought he was playing tennis. He called for the towel board to bring him a towel out to dry. He's just sweating.
He's 19 years
old. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Has he ever made a free throw before? Have he ever played basketball before? Stop using age as an excuse.
Okay.
And he missed the free throws and then got the towel out. You see LeBron got that rebound and pointed automatically. 1.3 to go. And you see that play D. Ham drew up?
Yeah, you used to laugh at Matt Ryan. You laughed at Darvin Ham for extolling the virtues of three-point shooting Matt Ryan, who started at Notre Dame, wound up at Vanderbilt, and then wound up at UT Chattanooga. That's your savior.
Because, Skip, what we saw, like when LeBron didn't play, he couldn't miss from 3 in the preseason. And then all of a sudden he gets on the court, and all of a sudden it's just like, but he got a green light. Hey, that joke is not afraid. That's one thing. He go get the ball, oh, he's shooting it. Don't even look to get a pass back, Skip. Don't even look to backdoor cut or anything. Matt Ryan gets the ball, he gonna shoot it. And Skip, that was a great play. And the thing was his awareness, because when he caught it, Skip, he looks down. I got to make sure I'm behind the line, make sure I'm not out of bounds, because a lot of things can happen. And that's a play a lot of teams run. Your Spurs tried to run that on Game 6 in Chris Bosh blocked Danny Green.
My Spurs won some games. They won a huge game against Golden State as they were trying to arrive when Manu threw it all the way across.
And that's the play, old Danny Green hit against the Mavericks. You remember he hit that play on that Friday night and you were sick?
But it wasn't that play. it wasn't the cross-court pass.
It was a very similar play.
Yeah.
But Skip, for the guy to be he's a rookie, and for them to have that kind of confidence in him. Because, they're probably thinking he's going to be a decoy. Ain't no way in hell they're going to trust a rookie. With LeBron James on the court?
He was driving for DoorDash last year. Yeah. Last year, he's delivering food for DoorDash.
So he used to being out late. So he used to making late deliveries.
He delivered it.
And he delivered it.
Yeah.
And he ain't even look. Sometimes DoorDash, they be eating your food, Skip. They be eating your food and talking about, I don't know what happened.
Wonder if LeBron gave him a big tip after the game.
Don't do that. LeBron gave him the ultimate tip. He allowed him to be on the court with him and gave him confidence. You see, when he was making those threes in preseason, what did LeBron say? He was doing this. Sign this man. Sign him. So that's the ultimate confidence. Skip, they got very lucky. And then, by all indication, after they blew this 16-point lead, they probably should have lost the game. There's no question in my mind, had the guy, and everybody knows, had he made one shot, this ball game is over. This would have been the most debilitating loss of it all, because they're playing a game with a couple of their best players. Murphy didn't play. B.I. didn't play. You're dominating the game throughout the entire.
Herb Jones.
Herb Jones didn't play. So Skip, you're dominating this game.
Yep.
16-point lead. You're at home, and then all of a sudden, the third quarter, boom, they make a couple of threes. You go ice cold from the three-point shot, from the three-point line, and you let them back in the ball game. But this was a team effort. Maybe this is something that they can build upon. But Russ was the turnovers got him a little bit. The turnover bug bit him a little bit last night, Skip. But Russ, that's the first half. That's as good as Russ can play. If you can get that kind of production out of Russ, Skip, for the entirety of this role,
Yeah.
Skip, 13.7 and 13.7 rebounds, 9 assists. He's a plus 22 from a plus minus. He's shooting 46%. Skip, you could live with that.
Yeah.
But they were very, very, I don't know if I can use very enough, fortunate to win this ball game.
Thank you very much for being honest on that account. But the luckiest of the Lakers times 10 was your man, LeBron James.
Yeah, what's good? Well, I don't know if it's luck. You know the man wasn't feeling well. You know sometimes you be sick.
Of course, immediately volunteered the sick excuse after the game.
Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. You saw it too. The man checked himself out with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. When have LeBron James ever done that?
Hung his head.
There you go. See?
He says, "It hurt my soul," was his quote after the game. "It hurt my soul to miss my favorite night of the year, our team Halloween party. Hurt my soul." Well, then, if your soul was hurting, what are you doing on the basketball court? You only played 40 minutes last night.
Got to be there.
You could have had that Jordan flu game right there against the wounded Pelicans,
Everybody had no Jordan flu game.
Right?
There's 7 games into the regular season. You talk about a flu game.
Well, it looked like LeBron had some head flu or something. I don't know what he did, because I never thought I would see the night that somebody named Matt Ryan, not that Matt Ryan, but the NBA's Matt Ryan, that Matt Ryan would take LeBron off the hook for choking his guts out. Maybe he threw his guts out before the game. I don't know. But he was choking his guts out. And once again, right on cue, right on schedule, I keep telling you, LeBron does not have the closer gene, because game after game after game are begging to be closed by home, James, just take us home. And he can't take them home. He takes them to defeat. And last night, he got taken off the hook. I'm looking at his stats in the fourth quarter. He goes 1 of 5. He missed both the three-point shots. He missed 2 free throws. I'm about to get to that, 2 crucial ones, and had a turnover in the fourth quarter. Then he gets a reprieve in overtime, and he goes 1 for 5 again and misses his only 3. So in fourth quarter and overtime, your man LeBron James, the quote-unquote GOAT, goes 2 of 10, and they won the game.
Yeah.
How is that possible? I don't know. So could we go to down the stretch of this game? Could we start with 3:15 left when LeBron steps back to the line after making the first free throw? And this is to put them up 1 point. He goes up and he misses. But guess what? They get the rebound. Troy Brown goes up and gets the rebound and takes him off the hook again. That's the second free throw that he missed. And then he tries another ill-advised 3, and it's way short right. And then with 11.9 seconds left, he said, I got this. This is for the lead in the game, and it is woefully short and left. And that's how he ended the basketball game down the stretch with 2 missed free throws. We know he's often a disaster at the late game free throw line, no clutch gene. And then it's up to young Dyson Daniels, the 8th overall pick, to just make 1 of 2 free throws. And the first one was just a little short. He kind of pulled the string on it, if we could see this.
That's pressure.
Pulled the string just a little short, and off the front of the limb. And I think, okay, he's a tough-minded kid. I love to watch him play during the flow, and he hits the back iron, and I'm like, you are kidding me.
I'm not. You knew it was over there. That's when you knew it was over.
I did not know it was over. So I immediately tweet, okay, Bron, you owe your team. At least hit the tying 3. At least get him to overtime with the 3-point shot, even though at that point he's 0 for 6 from 3. And I think, okay, do you have 1 3 in you to muster up? I didn't see this coming. I give high praise to Darvin Ham because he called this play. It is an old Spurs play. The one I was talking about is actually Duncan inbounded all the way across court to Ginobili to beat the Golden State Warriors before they were it was the year before they arrived in game 1, I believe, at San Antonio of their series, which was a battle. You could see what was about to happen with Steph and Clay.
But Skip, that's the exact same play that they ran that Chris Bosh blocked of Danny Green in game 6. He tried to get it off.
All right. So the first thing that happens on this play is that Austin Reeves, who's just a flat-out basketball player, I don't know, he just plays basketball. He knows how to play, and he's not afraid, and he whips a strike all the way across the court. So here's what got me about this shot. It is such high degree of difficulty because think about this. You're in the right corner and you are right-handed and you are falling to your right out of bounds because you catch the pass going to your right. Do you realize There's no angle. You have no angle. It's going to be hard to drop the ball over the edge of the backboard because you got to shoot it up over the edge of the backboard. You're shooting this from behind the basket.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the ultimate horse shot that nobody could hit, right? If you did that to get an E on somebody, that you won.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody can hit a shot like that.
And it's off one leg.
Well, I mean, he's catching it on the move. It's impossible.
Hey, well, look at Skip. He looks down to make sure he's behind the three-point line.
He stuck 1 foot in the ground, inbounds, and nailed it. And then he mean mugs all around the court.
He should have.
I got this. I got this.
He said, I'm not dude.
It didn't just grease in the side. He flat out swished it.
Yeah.
I mean, what a shot. I fell off my chair. I said, Matt Ryan did that to me?
Yeah.
Because then I knew what was going to happen.
You knew it.
Except I thought GOAT, as you call him, I thought GOAT would say, okay, now I'm ready to play.
We didn't have it last night.
And he wasn't ready to play. You haven't had it the whole year.
Don't do that, Skip.
You haven't had it the whole year. So let's go to the end of the overtime. With 14.9 seconds left, LeBron says, okay, I don't have it from three, and he steps inside the three-point line. He said, maybe I can make a two-point shot. And it's the dagger. It's the final nail, and he's way wide left on that, which is about to give CJ a look at tying the game and sending it to a double overtime, which might have taken 2 more years off my life and cost me another hour of sleep.
Yeah.
But the point is, here's CJ coming down, and I thought he got a pretty decent look. He got a pretty decent look, and he was just long, okay? It was just your night to come from 16 down, and I got to say.
From being 16 up to almost lose.
I know. Yeah. No, I mean, from them coming from 16 down. But for a while, the Pelicans looked like they had spent the last 5 nights in Los Angeles, California, because they had.
Yeah.
They'd been here for 5 nights. 5 nightlife nights, right?
Yeah,
they looked like they were having a good time, right? And they'd sort of left their basketball game out in Hollywood or West Hollywood or who knows where, right?
Yep.
Okay, so obviously, they're without their best player, although that was debatable in the fourth quarter because there was one guy who said, okay, I got this. Zion just said in the fourth quarter, here I come, get out of my way.
Yep.
And he makes 5 of 7 shots to score 14 points while fighting foul trouble. And at one point, he had, as you know, he had to come out of the game briefly just because he got his 5th. And they said, well, let's not risk it here for a couple of minutes.
Right.
But he comes back in, and he almost got them home with 14 in the fourth.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
He scored 14 in, what was it, not very many minutes, 7.5 minutes, right?
Yep.
That's Zion.
4 from free throw line.
Yeah, he made all his free throws, and he made 2 big clutch ones at the end.
Yep.
Unlike LeBron, but I won't go back on that. So the point is, here was the shocker to me. And Darvin Ham is really growing on me. I am gaining respect by the dribble for Darvin Ham's command of this basketball team. So to your first point about Russell Westbrook, I've been calling him Russell West bench because he has embraced his bench role.
Yes.
So he comes in, as usual, mid-first quarter, and from that point until halftime, he goes Westbrookian berserk.
Yeah.
I mean, he
looked like the old Russ.
I know. He looked like Oklahoma City Russ to me.
Yes.
And he goes 11 points and 7 rebounds before halftime, right?
Yep.
But along the trail, he litters the trail with 3 turnovers in the first half.
Yes.
Okay, so then Darvin puts him in on schedule in the third quarter, and he continues to turn the ball over.
Right.
And then in the fourth quarter, he puts him in at 6:37, and he yanks him again at 3:15 because he committed a 6th turnover in the game.
Right.
And I loved it because it looked like they had kind of a deal. Hey, if you'll come off the bench, you can close the games.
Right.
And he's been closing in the games that he's come off the bench. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. Last night, not only did he not close over the last 3:15, he didn't play him 1 second in overtime.
No.
He didn't play him.
Well, you got to go, Skip. You got to go because he had been out of the game for so long. It's just like Valanciunas. They stuck with Larry Nance Jr. because he had been out of the game so long. Skip, he cold.
And Larry Nance was giving him some
leaping
electricity, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So something reared its ugly head last night that Darvin Ham will not appreciate about Russ. You can repackage him as Russell West bench, but you can't take the turnover out of the player because he had 6 more turnovers, which means it's time once again for the Russell West brick. Turnover blooper reel, if we could please. Here are his 6 from last night's game.
He was playing well.
He played great, except for this. Russ, well, come on, think about it. Okay, I don't know what that was. Russ, Okay, that's just, and it went off LeBron's fingertips. Okay, great. Then I think whoops. Yep. Russ, just protect the basketball. Whoops. Russ, think
that was
about
a foul.
it. Yeah, think about it. Russ,
I don't know why
that was just a bad idea. You can't throw it through 3 black shirts, right? Russ, whoops. It was just a little too hard. It was a good idea, but it just had a little too much juice on it, right?
But Skip, the first half, you got to admit, he was making some passes.
Okay, he was.
Gordon, he saw cutting Brown.
He did. He got it. He nailed him with it.
But the goggles, y'all see that?
I got it. I mean, 11 and 7 over a short stint in the first half is sensational. But you can't, against a team that's full strength, a better team.
3 turnovers, we can deal with 3 turnovers.
You can live with 3.
We can live with 3. It's when you get 5, 6, 7. That's going to be very, very hard to overcome.
Okay, I got you. So it feels like a little bit of fool's gold at this point to me that you found your new formula with Russell West bench, and yet you were so lucky to win this game. You were much better to me against Denver, but they keep, again, Russ saved you against Denver because LeBron had another sort of unplugged game. I don't know what it was. He was a -1 against Denver, and Russ was a +18.
Yeah.
And Russ saved him, and last night,
Russ was +4.
Matt Ryan saved him? You're kidding.
Yeah.
And by the way, LeBron we're going to delve deeply into this in a few minutes, but LeBron just keeps plummeting in his three-point shooting. He's down to 22.6%. He was 0 of 7 last night. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's going to have to just say, I can't do that anymore. He's going to have to pull it back.
Skip, for me, I can live with it. Yeah, maybe the volume needs to come down, but it's the ill-advised threes that's killing them. I mean, come on, Skip. They get the rebound. He missed the shot. And then he gets then Austin Reeves comes in, and then he jacks up another 30-footer. I'm like, bro, come on.
Bro, what are you doing? He keeps resorting, where I don't love LeBron is when he's got his defender on the perimeter, and he starts to go back and forth, back and forth.
I'm sizing you up. Yeah. I'm analyzing, okay, do I pull up over the top of you, or am I going to get around you and get all the way to the paint and flush?
Because usually when he's sizing, he usually is relegated to the step back 3. That's usually what happens. And while he's sizing someone up, back and forth, nobody's moving.
Yeah, everybody's
just watching.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron, what are you going to do? I'm going to shoot a 3.
Well, sometimes, you see him hit a couple of those snap passes all the way across court. Hit Matt Ryan for a couple of big 3.
He did.
He had lined Austin Reeves up for a 3, although he didn't make it. Lonnie Walker was sensational last night. We appreciate that.
How many times do you think if LeBron and AD both play in a game and play heavy minutes in a game, how many times will they get outscored by somebody else?
No, it's not going to happen.
It's just not going to happen. And Lonnie Walker scores 28 to 20 and 20 for AD and LeBron.
It might be. You might go 5 games. You might have 5 games out of 82 that if both of those guys play and they log heavy minutes, that someone outscores them. But Skip, that's what you need. You need that if AD, and I thought AD played well. I mean, I can live with 20 and 16 with 4 blocks. That's the AD that I'm used to seeing. I know he missed a couple of bunny shots at the rim, but I can live with that. As long as he don't bang the boards and you got a couple of blocks on Zion, he challenged Valanciunas because this is the best offensive rebounding team in basketball. And they did a great job. They out-rebounded another team again, Skip. Yep. Now, although Valanciunas was in foul trouble, I was glad that he got him in foul trouble. But that's a team when there's something we can build on.
Really?
Yep.
So Matt Ryan got dumped by the Colts, and here he is in L.A. saving LeBron, right?
You never know. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
There you go.
So we
enjoy the moment.
You remember how you asked that question? Are they this winning streak? Have they caught 5?
Yeah.
I talk to you when they play again. Friday. I talk to you on Monday.
It's Utah on Friday.
Don't worry about it. Don't matter. We don't look at the opponent. The same fate will behold them that happened to New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you say the Lakers have now arrived.
We caught 5.
Huh.
Utah ranked 3rd in the Western Conference, guys, but they are on a 3-game losing streak when they're on the road. We will find out. Skip, to your point.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that first half that sunk the Pelicans. Willie Green said so last night after the game was over in his post-game comments. Didn't deserve to win because didn't come out with the right intensity. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to a topic, at least to me, is more palatable. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.